Hey guys, part two. I just had a wood knock, and go figure, it's always, it always seems like right when you're in a video or just before you start a video. I had a very solid knock, and I'll show you straight back in there. And I was pointing out a moment ago that I saw a face back there, a couple faces actually, but one of them is very hairy, really hairy looking. Um, yeah, I did some gifting here. I usually don't, but I did do a tobacco offering, and I left a little gift for him. Um, I grabbed a couple apples from the house. Nothing big. Not a lot. Just a little something for me to them. I think I've only gifted here a couple times and ever since I've been coming here. But I felt like I needed to gift here. And I always, when I get to a piece of land or anywhere, I always do a tobacco offering before my prayers. And then I do my prayer. I do a prayer coming here before I leave the house, on my way here, and then when I get here, and then I do a tobacco offering. And then I do it all over again before I leave. It just keeps everything in check. I guess that's the best word to use. I'm seeing some things over here. Let me slide back over this way. I want to say that I'm looking right at a juvenile or a smaller being. And I'm going to try to point to you for you guys. I'm going to try to come around. I kind of like see hair right on top of its head. Let me see if I can do this. Right there where that tree's coming up. Look at the bottom above the bush. As the subs that have been with me from the beginning, you know I used to point to everything I saw in the woods. Well, I've cut back doing that because I've noticed in the last few months that when I point, they take off or they duck or and not all of them, just like the new areas. It's like, oh shoot, he sees me, that kind of thing. And I know it's probably not, but I don't know. I kind of feel like it's a respect thing, so I stopped pointing at them. There's so much going on in here. This video is not going to be that long. I wanted to keep an eye on this for a minute though and see what this smaller being is doing, what it is possibly. Pardon me, I'm standing on a log, so I'm trying to keep my balance and zoom in. I'm about 10 times zoom, and there is something right there. That is amazing. Dead center, well, if I can keep it center, dead center of the screen, where that tree is coming out at an angle. It kind of looks like leaner. It almost looks like it's wearing a helmet or some type of headgear. And I see a cross right behind it, above its head to the right. That is amazing. Thank you. I love you. Thank you. I appreciate you. Much love. So many different things in these woods. It's just amazing. If you guys, for the new subs, if you see anything you would like to timestamp and share with the community or the page, feel free. And I like reviewing, and everyone else does too. You share your timestamp, and we'll all get together and we'll discuss them. Whatever, everybody's seeing. Everybody sees something different. That's what makes it even more interesting. There's something peeking around that tree. I don't want to poke. There's a face right underneath here. Let me show you guys. Oh man, that's hard for me. I'm zoomed pretty good. Let me see if I can do this. Right under my blurry fingertip, under that. Oh man. Anyway, there's a face underneath that leaner right there in front of the two big trees. There's actually two leaners. Well, in between the two leaners is a face, a human face. Very interesting. I hope you guys enjoy this. Okay, I gotta step down off this log in a second. Let's look back a little further and then we'll step down. I wanted to look back here one more time. There's a pretty good sized hill back there, and I always catch them. Let's see if I can hold this steady. I see something right now. There's a dark shadow. Hold on. There's a dark shadow, a head and shoulders, and there's also something beside it, low, just ahead. It's hard for me to hold it steady. Dead center of the screen. You won't miss it. And then I see something big. There's a arch back there, double arch, center of the screen. There's a big head and body leaning out under that arch. It's more like shadow form, just like the other two I was talking about on that hill. All right, guys, I'm gonna move on to the next part. Appreciate you coming along. Much love, respect, blessings to you, and I'll see you on part 3. Take care.